Hello, diversity and design students. This week we are studying our 7th of 8 diversity issues, and we are looking at cognitive and psychological disabilities and their relationship to design. Most of us know several people with cognitive or psychological disabilities. Some of you have grandparents who might be showing signs of dementia. Some of you know people whose brain capacity has been significantly diminished because of drug or alcohol addiction. And if the class that we're in right now is like a typical diversity and design group, about 15 of you live with some sort of attention deficit disorder. Approximately 20 of you experience bouts of clinical depression. Another 20 of you have some form of dyslexia, and about 5 of you are on the autism spectrum. All of us have experienced a cognitive or psychological disability of some sort, at least temporarily, and our environments can seem quite different under those circumstances. They can be confusing, especially if elements are too much alike. For example, if a person has had too much to drink, she might experience a temporary cognitive impairment. If that person is traveling, she might have difficulty finding her hotel room. This is partially because of her impairment and partially because of the way that hotels are designed. The question for us then is, how could we rethink the ways that hotels and hotel systems are designed so that people could more easily find their way around the complex and particularly back to their rooms? According to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, every year about 42.5 million American adults, or 18.2% of the total population in the United States, suffers from some mental illness and enduring conditions such as depression, bipolar disorder, or schizophrenia. Furthermore, over 16 million people in the U.S. are living with cognitive disabilities. These span a wide array of conditions, from learning disabilities in children to brain injuries in veterans to memory impairments in older adults. Designing with cognitive and psychological disabilities in mind is one of the biggest challenges facing designers of all types today. How can we ensure that an environment does not cause a panic attack or a hallucinogenic episode or general confusion? Can design even go into that kind of an arena? I do not really know the answer to this question, and my guess is that you don't either. However, we can start to question how we rethink and what we do to include the needs of those with a wide range of cognitive and psychological abilities. We need to put ourselves in the shoes of others and consult with others as much as possible to develop solutions that move beyond our own set of ideas. Would a designer with memory difficulties ever design a hotel with identical doors to all rooms? I think not. The materials for this week are somewhat disturbing, but important for your understanding of these often neglected issues, especially as they relate to design. We'll start with a PowerPoint that provides an overview of cognitive and psychological disabilities. Then we will read an excellent article on ways that architects designed insane asylums in the U.S. in the 19th century. A little side note here, remember that Hayes Hall was once an asylum as well, Hayes Hall on the UB South campus, which is currently the main building in the School of Architecture and Planning. With these architects who were trying to design humane facilities for people with cognitive and psychological disabilities, the one thing that we can say is that they were trying. After that article, we will view the trailer, or if you want to, the full feature of a classic documentary entitled Titicut Follies about life in an institution for the criminally insane. This is difficult to watch, but important for you to see if you want to get a sense of mid-20th century attitudes about treatment for those with cognitive and psychological disabilities. Then we have a short article from the New York Times on architecture for autism, what has worked and what has not. And after that, Temple Grandin, the famous biologist, scientist, writer, designer, and educator who happens to have autism, gives a TED Talk on the need for a variety of mind types. Finally, we'll view a short video on designing for dementia, an area that is receiving more and more attention these days with the increase of older adults in the US. You will then, as usual, take the quiz and participate in our weekly discussion group. This week's discussion asks you an ethical question about the film Titicut Follies and poses a scenario about the design and location of a group home for adults with developmental disabilities. Now, the Something Interesting category is packed with material this week. In particular, take a look at the winning videos for the UB Video Contest for Mental Health Awareness that some of you entered as part of engagement opportunity number 2. And congratulations to all of you who placed. We also have a few logistical issues. I am happy to announce that we finally have the winners of the Billboard competition. I will send out the list this weekend, and we will work on the public relations component of this competition this coming week. So if you won, expect to hear from me. I will send out a kind of a PDF of all of the winners, including those who receive honorable mentions. Then also look for Project 3 postings on Friday, May 5th. We will set up a discussions thread for Project 3 just like we did for Project 2. That really seemed to help you a lot. However, to make it even better, this time I ask that you write your question in the title so that we can easily see what question you are asking. Then we don't have to search through all the questions in terms of the body text. Also, just so that you know, we're going to be starting to grade Project 2 next Monday evening. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your week and have your wellies and your umbrella handy given all the rain we're going to have. All right, bye-bye.